We have no great war, no great depression. Our great war is a spiritual war. Our great depression is our lives. Fight Club predicted the crisis we all face in modern society. Your grandfather might have fought in a real war, but you never had to. You've got a job with a salary you treat like a drug, more comfort than any generation in history, and somehow you're still miserable. A common misconception is that you should avoid struggle and suffering in life. But that's completely wrong. Struggle isn't the enemy. Comfort actually replaces your purpose in life. Take struggle away completely, and you don't end up at peace. You end up empty. You know the guy who got the job, got married, had kids, and he's still depressed and doesn't even know why. On paper, his life looks perfect. He accomplished the American dream. It's not you against other people. It's you against the emptiness that shows up the second comfort replaces meaning. So Friedrich Nietzsche warned us of this 100 years ago. They call him the father of nihilism because he said, God is dead, which sounds pessimistic until you realize he wasn't celebrating it. He was giving us a warning. The stuff that used to give you purpose automatically, like religion and tradition, was falling apart. And once that's gone, you don't just forget about it and go on with your day. You fall into apathy. You wake up with zero motivation because you haven't found anything meaningful to live for. Nietzsche gave you the problem, but he also gave you the solution to create your own meaning. That was his idea behind the will to power concept. Having power over yourself, not other people. He said, he who has a why can bear almost any how. Life's going to throw a lot of shit at you. That's guaranteed. If you don't have a why, you'll give up the second stuff gets hard. Around that same era, Carl Jung was looking at the same war, just from inside your head instead of out in the world. Here's the part that's really tough to accept. So Jung said, when you think you found an enemy in the real world, some guy who's really annoying, or a friend group you genuinely believe is the problem, you're just projecting the parts of yourself that you hate the most. He called it the shadow, and you're not supposed to destroy it. You're supposed to integrate it. So you're no longer split into two different people. There's this guy whose entire family died in the Holocaust, but he was the only one to survive throughout years in the concentration camps. Viktor Frankl. And he said something that hit me really hard. When a man can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. That's literally what you're doing right now. Scrolling, drinking, chasing whatever gives you the smallest dopamine rush, not because you actually want it, but because you haven't found anything meaningful to live for. You see, purpose was always what you were chasing. It doesn't just come to you on a silver platter. You have to go find it yourself. You need to go build something worth the struggle and push yourself hard enough to see what you're capable of. Because the second you find your why, Nothing that life throws at you will ever be strong enough to break you down.